What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Oddball Sports Talk podcast. Joining me as always, Birdie Levine, Alex Bonberry, and Big Boots, baby. Today, we are going to be starting off with some Week 13 Pickums. So, starting with the New Orleans-Atlanta game, Ben.
Give me the Saints. I think Taysom Hill will have a couple of rushing touchdowns, but no passing ones.
Right. Falcons played well last week, but I'm still going to go with the Saints. I think Taysom Hill plays a good game, and I think the Saints are too good of a team to look over them, especially against the Falcons.
Yeah, my days of the Taysom Hill slander are over. I got the Saints in this one after the Falcons made me look dumb 2 weeks ago.
Also, Trey Hendrickson pulling up with a big old game this week, just saying.
Taysom Hill, big trust.
Big trust. Meet me outside the bank. New Orleans.
So we all for
Don't know about all that. Don't know about all that.
Ben calling it. Saints over Atlanta. Next game, Detroit-Chicago.
Give me the Detroit Lions, baby. New coaching. The Bears suck. They have no offense. So Detroit outscores them. It's going to be a defensive battle.
All right. Mitch Trubisky starting, correct?
Yep.
Right, yep, Detroit. All right, yeah. Detroit winning that game.
E-Town.
Sorry, Bears fans. Matt Nagy and Mitch Trubisky aren't going to get that done. I'm sorry.
The dude's absolute garbage, but hear me out. Mitch Trubisky actually puts together a decent game and takes advantage of the terrible Lions defense. Bears win.
For me, this is the biggest toss-up game that we have on the schedule this week.
Hot takes out here.
So I'm actually going to go with Detroit. I think I'm a huge Matt Stafford believer. I hope he gets out of Detroit. But I don't think Chicago is able to keep up offensively. Who knows what Mitch Trubisky might pull out, though. Cleveland and Tennessee.
Give me Tennessee. Derrick Henry runs all over them. Browns are going to be shown once again that they aren't a very good team.
All right. Call me crazy, but I think the Browns are going to win this week because
You're crazy.
Yeah, I know. Because Nick Chubb plays very well, and he's healthy. He played well last week. That Browns defense can be good at times. I think Derrick Henry has a great game, but I really think that the Browns have more weapons offensively, and I think that offense is going to win in that game.
Didn't the Titans just beat your Colts? And the Colts have a way better defense than the Browns? All I'm saying.
I don't know, dude. The Browns are hot right now.
So the Browns are a 5-6 team hiding in an 8-3 team's body right now, and the Titans win big here. Cleveland's offense is atrocious, other than the running backs.
Give me Baker Mayfield and Nick Chubb with Kareem Hunt drizzled on top.
No.
I'm going with the Browns special over Tennessee. Tennessee's defense is atrocious. They let the Bengals offense, who I don't think is very bad offense, when they had Joe Burrow, dot them up. I think Baker Mayfield gets it done.
Baker Mayfield's a third-string quarterback.
Hey, look, something's brewing up in Cleveland, guys, all right?
Oh, okay, Brody, okay.
Yeah, and it's some shit offense is what it is.
Cincinnati, Miami.
I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's Miami. The Bengals might have a kick and return touchdown again, but their offense can't do anything right now without Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with Ben here. It's the Dolphins. Ben said everything I had to say, so.
Yeah, it's the Dolphins. I mean, most people probably would think that the Bengals are on top of that trying to tank, so it's definitely going to be the Dolphins, a team trying to get into the playoffs.
All right. Now, hear me out.
Oh,
Brandon Allen leads the – no, I'm just kidding. I think Miami is going to absolutely rail Cincinnati. Brandon Allen is trash. Ryan Finley's even worse, although I do like Ryan Finley and his energy on the sidelines. I think he's a good guy. But Tua Tagovailoa comes in. Bengals have to go all the way to Miami. Simply not going to happen. Cincinnati's offense is horrible. If they're going to win, Brandon Wilson's going to have to return for 800 yards.
Hey, all I'm saying is, real quick, Jesse Bates will have at least one pick because Fitzmagic throws picks.
Yeah, I was going to ask. Real quick, is it Fitzmagic or Tua this week?
From what I heard, Tua's playing.
Okay. Well, they both throw picks.
I thought Tua was playing.
I heard that he was just benched that week because of some issues, but
yeah.
All right. Well,
either way,
Jacksonville and Minnesota.
Yo, this game, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be the duel of James Robinson and Dalvin Cook. I think Dalvin Cook's gonna come on up on top. Not gonna lie, and yeah, that's all there is to it.
The Jags are 1-10 with a horrendous defense, and Dalvin Cook very easily could be Offensive Player of the Year. And I think Dalvin Cook could single-handedly beat that entire Jaguars defense. So I'm going to go the Vikings here.
Facts.
If it weren't for the quarterback position being so heavily valued, James Robinson would be the Rookie of the Year this year. He's going to run all over Minnesota's defense that is playing terrible right now, and the Jags get their second win of the year.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Right, okay. You acting like the Jags have a better defense than the Packers.
Hey, I don't know, man.
And Dalvin Cook
Jacksonville's been with
Cook
some
owns
good
your name.
teams. I
He
mean, the
owns
Packers
your
only beat them by 4.
I mean, they did beat the Colts.
Exactly.
But the Browns almost lost. That's why I'm going with Jacksonville.
Yes, sir,
Bengals
Dad.
beat Jacksonville.
Oh, my
James
God.
Robinson is going to outduel Dalvin Cook. Not saying that he's better than Dalvin Cook, but he's going to outduel him in this one. I think Kirk Cousins is friggin' trash, as he would say.
All right.
Hey, if he dies, he dies.
Kobe, look.
Let's find a way to lead him to God.
I understand that James
No one's perfect.
Look, Kobe, I understand that James Robinson is a very good rookie, and he's going to be a very good running back for years to come. But really, you really think he's going to outduel Dalvin Cook?
Really. I think Jacksonville. If Minnesota's going to beat him, it's going to be through the air. If they beat him, Justin Jefferson's going to have a good game. I think they're going to try and shut down the run at all costs. They're going to have to do it through the air, and I don't think Kirk Cousins is going to get it done. Las Vegas, New York Jets. Ben.
It's Vegas. I know they played atrocious against the pretty bad Falcons last week. They had a bunch of players out on COVID, I'm pretty sure. And Josh Jacobs is hurt right now. So I don't know. I don't see the Jets winning a game this year, but if this would be the game they would win because of how like the roster is turning out with the Raiders right now.
Oh boy, the Jets are a mess. Adam Gase,
trash.
Yeah, the Jets are a mess. I think the Raiders could come in with a second unit and a kicker at quarterback and still win.
I don't disagree with
the Raiders. I think the Raiders could come in.
If this is the one game that the Jets win, it would be this one. That's because of the pieces the Raiders are missing.
Dude, Joe Theismann could play against the Jets.
Joe Theismann was the GOAT before he got capped by FedEx Field.
Dude.
He was not playing in FedEx.
Yeah.
That was like 30 years ago.
It's at the same location, bro.
Alex, go.
I don't think it is.
Jets are the worst team to ever touch a football field. If the Derek Carr that shows up last week comes, it could get close, but Vegas by a lot.
Vegas, yes, sir.
The Jets are just as bad as their city smells, so I'm going to go. I'm going to go with Las Vegas in this one. I know they're missing some pieces, but I just don't see the Jets winning any competitive football.
Sam Darnold's the best quarterback in New York.
Come to Indy. Come to Indy.
Oh, yeah. I think that for sure, which is why I really want him to go to Indianapolis. But
yes, please.
Hey,
moving on. Speaking of Indianapolis, next game we have Indianapolis at Houston. Ben, go.
Yo, okay, bro. I know Deshaun Watson is playing great right now. I know the Colts is missing some players. But I just can't pick the Texans right now, man. They haven't shown me that they're good enough to be an elite defense. I don't know if it's elite anymore, but an elite defense like the Colts. So I'm going to have to go with the Colts on this one. And if Phillip Rivers shows up, it's not going to be close. If he doesn't show up, it's going to be close.
With the amount of guys still missing on that Indianapolis defense, if I read something earlier today, Denico Autry still isn't going to be back.
Oh, my God.
There's like 3 or 4 guys in the tackle box missing, Kobe.
Not good.
Yeah, but Will Fuller's going to be out. Bradley Roby's going to be out. That Texans team, those are 2 big players for them. And I think the Colts are just too good for the Texans.
Deshaun Watson going to throw to Brandon Cook.
It's the Colts. And I think it could be close, but I still think it's the Colts.
Deshaun Watson can win football games alone, but not really without Will Fuller or D-Hop. There's nothing left to that offense unless Brandon Cooks from 4 years ago comes back, but it's going to be Colts big.
Randall Cobb.
I think I think the Colts pull this one out. I don't think it's going to – it might be a close game depending on how Deshaun Watson plays, but Houston's missing a lot of players from that incident with the team doctor. But I'm going to go with Indianapolis here. I think they're a better football team in general. Rams at Arizona. Ben.
All right, yo, this is NFC West, always a shakeup, not going to lie. We saw that last week with the Rams versus the 49ers. But is Kyler still nursing that shoulder injury? Is he still
practice today for the first time?
Who would be the backup for them? Who's QB2?
Brett Hundley, the GOAT.
Oh, golly.
Okay, yeah, okay. So I'm going to have to go with the Rams with this one just because of Kyler Murray's uncertainty right now with him nursing an injury. And I think they're going to try to make a statement here with a win over a rival because they lost the one last week.
I mean, for me, it's not much of a debate. The Rams are still first in the NFC West, right? Or is it the Seahawks now?
It's the
Seahawks now.
All right. Well, I mean, the Rams were top of that division for a little bit there, and they've had some good runs with some good teams, and they beat some good teams. They had that. I call that game against the Niners a fluke. I think the Rams bounce back here and win this game.
The Rams' offense is performing bottom 10 right now, and Arizona's offense will be able to cook up enough to score on the Rams' good defense. So it's going to be Arizona in a close one.
Oh, hot take.
Jared Goff's a system quarterback. Sean McVay's a genius. They need a new quarterback. I don't care what you say. I'm not a big believer on Goff. I think Kyler Murray's spectacular. I think DeAndre Hopkins is even more spectacular. I think Arizona wins this one.
He's hurt.
He's not.
Yes, he is.
He's banged up, but he practiced today. And
Okay,
even if are you forgetting that Brett Hundley beat the Seahawks last year to keep them out of the bye week spot? The dude's a hoss. He will take out any team in his way.
Benjamin, you should know this. You always play hurt, but you never play injured.
Oh my. Okay, but
guys, while we're talking about backup quarterbacks here for a second, all right.
At the highest level, if you're hurt, okay, that was evident last week. Kyler Murray didn't do jack diddly squat.
If Kyler Murray isn't at his highest level, he's better than Jared Goff.
Well, that's just a known fact, but I'm saying he can't do anything against that defense if he's hurt.
Guys, can we sit in here while we're talking about backup quarterbacks and say that Trace McSorley deserves another chance?
Oh my God, he's on the Trace McSorley.
Dude,
Throw it on a dime.
He played well. He played well this Wednesday.
I mean, he does have the highest passer rating, minimum 6 attempts. So.
All I'm saying is that 70-yarder to Marquise Brown, while Marquise Brown did a lot of that work, that ball was a dot.
We can't act like that wasn't a horrible throw. That thing floated in the air and was a duck.
That was probably the worst.
If the DB makes a logical attempt at tackling or breaking the ball up, it's not going anywhere. That had nothing to do with Trace McSorley.
All right.
I don't know, dude.
Next game, we got to move on. Next game, Giants at Seattle.
Give me the Sea Dogs, bro. The Seattle Seahawks. The Giants are playing Colt McCoy right now. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
I know the Seahawks defense is bad, but like it's on a similar level to the Bengals, and the Bengals defense is bad too. So like if the Giants can only score 19 points against the Bengals defense, they're not going to score that many points more than other teams. Yo.
Yeah, I think the Seahawks win big here. I don't think Colt McCoy gets it done. He never has. He's pretty bad.
Hey, screw you.
Are you still living in Texas days, Kobe?
Wayne Gallman goes for over 100 with 2 touchdowns. Colt McCoy, the absolute gunslinger coming out of Texas, puts together a nice game against that awful Seahawks defense. They are playing good as of lately, but still pretty bad. Russell Wilson is getting spied on by Blake Martinez all game, gets picked off twice.
Dude is riding the Giants.
The Giants win by 2 scores.
Oh my God, he's riding.
34-year-old Colt McCoy goes in to Seattle and loses. I think Seattle wins the game. I don't think the Giants are going to be able to produce enough on offense. That Cincinnati defense is not bad, Ben, but they did shut them down.
The Giants have more motivation than any of the other 31 teams going into this week.
I think the Giants still make the playoffs, though, this year. Just they're not going to win.
Wow, bro. Redskins are better.
Philadelphia and Green Bay, go.
Oh, gosh.
Obviously, this is an obvious one. It's the Eagles in this one. I'm just
One sec, boys.
That's a joke. All right. Yeah, it's definitely the Packers. Eagles suck. So yeah.
All right.
Carson Wentz is a trash can.
It's the Packers. Carson Wentz is bad. Right? He's literally the worst rated quarterback in the NFL right now.
Up in here.
And that's behind guys like Joe Flacco who has played.
RG3 has a better pass
rate. Well, RG3 played like 2 quarters before his knee died again. But
threw 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he did throw 2 interceptions. But yeah, literally. Colt McCoy's gonna have a better game this week than Carson Wentz.
Well, that's
definitely. I mean, he's gonna have a better game than Russell Wilson, so why not Wentz? You know.
Oh my gosh.
This is why.
But anyway,
Austin Scott's all over your Zadarius Smith.
No, that's never gonna happen.
It's literally about to happen.
Anyway,
about to happen.
Secondary's playing strong right now. Jair Alexander, top-rated corner in the league right now, along with James Bradbury and Darnell Savage, finally getting some takeaways. So we take complete advantage over Carson Wentz, and the offense puts up at least 40. Packers.
Yep, Packers in this one. My bold prediction is actually coming from this game, but yeah, I'm going to go with the Packers. So I'll save my bold prediction for later. Ben, our next game is New England and the Chargers of Los Angeles.
I don't even know. This is a game where, like, the Chargers should win handily, but they're going to get screwed by their terrible coaching. So I'm going to have to go with New England.
The Patriots, I feel like, are another team that is on the outside looking in, and they always play – I feel like they always play better the second half of the season. Or at least under Bill Belichick, they always have. And, I mean, they've won their last 2, and they're a team on the rise, I feel like. I feel like the Patriots win this game. I don't think easily because, Justin Herbert and that Chargers offense is very good. But I don't think they win it easily, but I think the Patriots pull away.
The Patriots either show up or they don't, but the thing that we've seen lately is Cam Newton doesn't either way. And Justin Herbert and Keenan Allen lead the offense. Eckler's back now, so they're kind of pushing at full strength for the most part. So I see the Chargers offense outweighing the Patriots offense, and the Chargers take it.
Yeah, I think that you can't really pick out a whole lot of games from New England's schedule where you can say, yeah, they didn't play well enough to win. New England's in almost every single game that they play, and the Chargers are notorious for not finishing games. They've won – like, they're in the top of the NFL. I think they're number 3. They've lost the most games by 1 score or less. Or they have the most games decided by 1 score or less, and they just have been on the wrong end, on the short end of the stick. So I think that holds true, and New England takes the W. Our next game before we go to Monday Night Football is Denver and Kansas City.
It's KC by a lot. Denver sucks. They don't even – their quarterbacks are idiots, so yeah.
Yeah, Kansas City. Get them out.
Yeah, this is a quick one. If they can destroy Tampa's defense, they'll destroy anyone's defense, especially Denver.
Does anyone know who is starting at quarterback?
I don't even remember his name.
Oh, they brought in
Pat Shurmur's son.
Yeah, Kyle Shurmur.
Oh my gosh.
So
are the 4 quarterbacks still on the COVID thing? That's still
I think so.
I think they've all got COVID.
No, Blake Bortles tested negative.
They all tested negative.
Well, either way, they did bring in Kyle Shurmur, but he might play backup or something. I don't know.
Dude,
it's not going to be either way. It's not going to be a game. I think if it's Blake Bortles, if it's Kyle Shurmur, if it's Drew Lock, I still don't see Denver having a big game. Drew Lock has a horse, you know what? So I'm a big believer in Drew Lock. If he was playing, I think they might have a better chance. But if he's not, they have no chance.
Don't ever say you believe in Drew Lock. That man.
All I'm saying is the Broncos missed a key chance to sign Johnny Football.
Literally.
Johnny Manziel back in the NFL.
No, the Josh Gordon of quarterbacks.
He's actually eligible. It just came out today. He's eligible to play for the last year.
He's not going to do anything. I mean, we'll see if he can even go 2 games without getting suspended again.
Well, maybe the NFL would stop being such hoes about the marijuana
use. Yeah.
I mean, the NBA announced that they're not testing for marijuana this season.
All right. Well, moving on, we have Washington at Pittsburgh. Then.
All right, baby. Well, give me them Redskins or the football team, okay? Antonio Gibson, 3 tutties, okay?
Offensive.
Terry McLaurin it just doesn't get better than this, all right? Steelers are playing terrible right now, and the Washington football team is running over dudes, okay? Give me Antonio Gibson. Give me the Redskins football team, same thing.
All right, well, I'm just going to be completely honest here, Ben. You're honestly a Steelers hater because you are a Bengals fan.
Hey, if you look at the facts, Brody.
All right, Ben, look.
The football team just destroyed the Dallas Cowboys. The Steelers struggled with them.
Okay, Ben, look. All I'm saying is it is of the Steelers to make any game with a bad team close, but they don't lose them, okay?
Yeah, because of the refs.
The Steelers are going to win this game. And my bold prediction actually comes from this game.
Oh, really? Same here, dog.
Shut up, bitch. Alex, go.
Yeah, this is another game where, even though he's not that good, Chase Claypool comes down with about 10 touchdowns. Steelers win big.
Wow.
It's not happening.
You can also shut the hell up because I got the Washington football team.
Yes, sir.
3 sacks. Ben Roethlisberger, 1 interception. I'm going Washington. I don't care what you say. Alex Smith leads the charge in Pittsburgh.
Alex Smith leads the charge against T.J. Watt and Minka Fitzpatrick.
Minka Fitzpatrick.
You're kidding. He is not.
T.J. Watt's great, but without Bud Dupree, there's going to be a lot more double teams on
Bud Dupree. That's going to affect them in a game like Kansas City or Vegas, not Washington.
Nothing is going to affect them in Kansas City because it wasn't going to be close in the first place, Alex.
That is true. I'm just saying they're going to stand even less
Moving
of a
on.
chance.
Justin Jefferson is the best rookie wide receiver, by the way. Just point that out.
Ben.
That was very random.
Buffalo and San Francisco.
So I don't even know about this one because if the San Fran team that played the Rams last week shows up, nah, never mind. It's Buffalo. It's not close. San Fran's. That was a fluke.
Yeah. Josh Allen's a god. Stephon Diggs is good.
Genius.
Stephon Diggs is great, actually.
Stephon.
Yeah, the Bills win this one, and I think they win big.
Zach Moss, Devin Singletary.
Josh Allen's pretty pissed off that everyone's talking about the Chiefs and the Steelers and not his Bills. He gets it done with his top 20 receiver in Stephon Diggs, and the Bills win.
I mean,
you mean his top 3 receivers?
No,
Stephon Diggs?
I would have said 3,
Josh Allen,
but I did not.
Receivers, Stephon Diggs go in and get this dub against San Francisco. Is Nick Mullins still starting at quarterback, or is it Jimmy G?
It's Nick Mullins.
Jimmy G's trash, so he should never play.
Nick Mullins,
gunslinger.
Who knows what he can dial up, but
Nick
not
Mullins
too much because Buffalo's going to throw it all over him. Josh Allen's going to throw for over 300 yards. It's not going to be close. Our last game, Dallas and Baltimore. We think we can all make this real quick, but
Who's starting for Baltimore? Is it going to be Lamar?
Should be Lamar by then.
I think he'll be back. Give me the Ravens just because Dallas is Dallas.
Brody.
Pretty much.
Des Bryant has a big game, by the way. Throwing up that X.
Baltimore, not close.
Baltimore, but close. It's 2 teams, both in the hunt on their respected side, so it'll be competitive, but still Baltimore.
Well, I'm going to agree with you, Alex. I think it's Baltimore, but I don't think it's like a blowout. Dallas can keep games close.
Is it in Dallas?
Andy Dalton's an average quarterback. He's not that
bad.
Is it in Dallas?
Yeah, is this Dez's homecoming or is it in Baltimore?
No, they're in Baltimore.
Oh, yeah. Well, cool.
All right, moving on. We have our bold predictions. So, Alex, go.
Baker Mayfield, between picks and fumbles, accounts for 4 turnovers in the game in the big loss against the Titans.
That's what we're talking about, baby.
Brody.
All right. I'm not one to give the Steelers a lot of love usually. Not a lot of people are. But I do like their running back in Benny Snell. And I think Benny Snell goes off, gets an 100-yard game, 2 touchdowns. And I think he solidifies himself as RB1 in front of James Conner, as he should be.
Much better than Connor. Much
better than James Conner. Thank
Much
you,
better
Alex.
than James Conner.
I think we need a drug test on Brody Levine right now.
God.
All right.
Brody
Hey,
bombs.
Alex, all I want to say is
You've been
look at
seeing
the side of the
Fuller's
screen.
doctor.
The side of the screen that's talking right now are Bengals fans. All right. And I don't like the Steelers at all. I cannot stand the Steelers.
To be fair, on my screen, it's like more this way.
Oh,
but
well, then, yeah. Well, you know who I'm talking
better
about.
running back than James Conner, whatever his name is.
Benny Snell is a good running back.
Stats last week. Tell me his stats.
Dude, I couldn't tell you stats from last week.
All right.
What is this kid?
Yards.
PFF? What do you want from him?
We're moving on.
Yards.
Ben, full prediction right now. We got to hear it.
All right. Antonio Gibson, 2 TDs against the Steelers. Terry McLaurin, 1 TD against the Steelers. Alex Smith accounts for 4 TDs total.
Yes, because the Washington football team is going to score 4 touchdowns on the Steelers defense.
Yeah, they will.
No.
They will.
No.
They will.
They won't score 1. They'll kick 3 field goals and lose about 35-9.
All right. Okay.
All right, Alex, you know what? I think they score 1. They might score 1 and get
All
2.
right.
Maybe.
My bold
Only because
prediction-
Antonio Gibson is good.
My bold prediction is a little bold because it's a little odd.
Other than what I just said.
But I feel like if it's going to happen in a week, it's going to happen this week. I think Philadelphia starts to get down big against Green Bay, and I think Jalen Hurts gets put in the game either at halftime, midway through the second, midway through the third, maybe even the fourth quarter. Doesn't matter, but I think Jalen Hurts sees his most snaps played this week against the Green Bay Packers defense, and I think this might be the game where Philadelphia decides to move on with Carson Wentz.
Yeah, I could see that totally happening because let's say Wentz starts and he comes in the second half. Green Bay's defense is notorious for the second half just giving up because they see Aaron Rodgers scoring every possession. So it's set up for Hurts to have a very good –
Right. I mean, if you can imagine – if Hurts can keep the ball safe and doesn't give it away like Carson Wentz, I think if he comes back and wins the game maybe at halftime or even in the third quarter, it could be a real leaping off point.
You say win.
Man said win the game. Cap.
I'm not saying he's going. I'm not saying he's going to. I think the Packers win this easily. But I'm saying if Jalen Hurts comes in the game and makes something happen, the Packers defense, like you said, is notorious for blowing leads.
The football team has a better chance of beating
the
Eagles have of beating the Packers, and that's just a fact.
All right. If you're the Eagles, you have nothing to lose here. You're playing the Packers. And I'm guessing, is it in Green Bay?
Yep.
Okay, you're playing the Packers at home. Start Jalen Hurts. What do you have to lose? Carson Wentz has been one of
the NFC East, Ben, or the NFC East, Birdie. I'm sorry, but they're still in the race.
And you got to remember, as much as we bag on him, he was the second overall pick, right? Yeah.
Behind Goff.
Yeah, Goff went first. Yeah, so they're going to cling on to him.
A good pick. I don't think there's any reason to push for the playoffs as the Eagles, especially when the Giants are trying so hard to push for the playoffs.
Yeah, the Eagles have no business.
That's what I'm saying. The Eagles have no business being there. So what do you have to lose playing Jalen Hurts? Start Jalen Hurts.
Who knows? I don't know. I'm just scared about the Joe Burrow injury. He
had a successful surgery.
Luckily, he had a successful surgery today, and will hopefully make a full recovery. But seeing what happened to Carson Wentz and what happened right now, who knows what's up? Who knows what's going on? But I think Philadelphia also has given him a lot less help than he has had, especially in 2017 when he had Blunt. And all those good receivers in Philadelphia with Alshon Jeffrey and Nelson Aguilar. But who knows? Who knows?
Zach Ertz and his
anything is possible in Philadelphia right now.
That is true.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. One last thing before we get off real quick. I think Joe Burrow makes a very well recovery and he returns to a very good form.
I think so too.
It's going to be a Deshaun Watson out here with them stats.
He is a rookie quarterback, so I mean he's got a lot of time.
He's a rookie quarterback.
Do the same thing, and he's doing great. So,
right. I'll say this last thing, and then we'll hop off. Like I've said many times before, Joe Burrow is the toughest quarterback in the NFL. Took the most hits in the league up to the point when he played. Took him really well. Got back up from every single one. He took that kill shot from Malik Jackson that would put most quarterbacks out of the game, and he came back the next play. So I think mixed with his toughness, and hopefully he gets with a good doctor, and he's young. The only thing that bothers me is that it's an entire knee. It wasn't just the ACL.
It was the MCL and bone.
Of course, it couldn't have just been the ACL. So I'm praying for the best. but I do think he makes a good recovery. I think the Bengals give him more protection in this year's draft. And I think it comes back and has a strong 2021 campaign. What we'll talk about next week, or I will talk about at least briefly, is what the Bengals could do maybe next week or next year, filling in for quarterback. Maybe they go Cam Newton. Maybe they go Dwayne Haskins. Who knows? But
For Nick.
Yeah.
it's all really up in the air right now for
Political
Cincinnati
statement.
at that quarterback position because Joe Burrow won't be back for week 1. He's probably aiming at about a week 2 or 3, maybe even 4 return. And the Bengals have a chance to compete next year, no matter what the record is right now. But
That's true.
with
I
that
will
being
say before we wrap up here, Joe Burrow's going to sit at home, not being able to do anything, and watch Herbert just achieve get his stats to be even higher and higher, and probably break rookie records simply because Joe Burrow's not there. That's going to light a fire under him, and we're going to see some crazy football from him next year.
MVP.
Hey, before we log off, though, I know this was a complete football episode, but this has to be talked about because it was a huge move in the NBA. John Wall, in a first-round pick, was sent to the Rockets for Russell Westbrook. Now,
Westbrook Buns.
it didn't make much sense to me. But
it didn't make much sense to me, but if we had to look at a winner or a loser of this trade, I think the Rockets win this trade because they got that first-round pick with that, and I don't think the Wizards are a playoff team even with Russell Westbrook.
Yeah,
they could even end up shipping. They could even end up trading. Yeah, they could even end up trading away.
They could trade away
John Wall again and just load up on picks.
Okay, but I think that the Rockets need to enter full rebuild mode. Clearly, James Harden and Russell Westbrook didn't work. John Wall and James Harden's not going to work. I guarantee that.
I disagree because James Harden wanted John Wall more than he wanted Westbrook or anybody else. So.
But
Yeah.
He's got to go against LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and the rest of that Lakers squad who just signed Montrezl Harrell. And they have to go against, if they make it that far to the finals, there's a possibility that they got to face that very good Celtics team who's on the rise, who's very young, or he has to face that Brooklyn team. If that Brooklyn team is healthy, that Brooklyn team will make a shot at the title against LeBron and the Lakers.
Miami.
Yeah, Wall's career revived. Westbrook just turned into the next CP3, just getting passed around here. So
Yo, don't
disrespect.
disrespect.
Well,
man.
wrapping up because we got to finish. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you for all the support as always. Make sure you guys hit us up on Twitter at odd_talk, talk_odd, at the Instagram.
Oddball_sports talk.
Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, we'll see you next time. Peace.
go Pack, go.
LaMelo Ball Rookie of the Year.
Who day, boys? Who day?